Hey, what's up again, YouTube? It's Lala. Um, a while back, I told you guys that I was going to come to you with my Mac experience and my first Mac experience. And this, well, just a Mac experience. And this is the video about that. This is going to be my Mac rant, okay? My Mac rant. Okay, so first time I went to Mac. Don't mind my attire, guys. You're gonna see me like this for a few videos. Okay, now anyways, went to Mac. Was looking for a foundation. I've never been matched for a foundation, so I really wasn't prepared for like the questions that they were gonna ask me. And I don't even think the Mac girl I dealt with was prepared for anything. I mean, I felt like she had an attitude the whole entire time when I asked her questions. Like, she was just kind of, like, sweetie, I understand you probably been sitting here working all day, but sweetie, you do work in customer service. I worked in customer service for many years, and even though I may be irritated, somebody could have just cussed me out. I still gotta walk in here with a smile on my face. But that's neither here or there. But I felt like she didn't want to be there. I felt like she didn't want to answer my questions for anything. Like, she was kind of rude. And I originally went with no makeup on. I wanted to get a full face of makeup. I wanted to get the MAC makeover, but apparently she informed us that you have to purchase $50 worth of MAC items, and you have to I guess you have to purchase. She said you have to purchase $50 worth of Max items that day that you came in for your makeover, and also you had to make an appointment 2 weeks in advance. I was like, damn, you gotta do all that for a Mac makeover? Like, it's two Macs in this mall. It's two Macs. It's a Mac in Dillard's and a Mac in Macy's, and I gotta, for real? Okay. And so today I was not gonna get no makeover. But anyways, okay. I went in there for a foundation. She asked me, that I'm on full coverage. I asked the difference, and I didn't understand how she was explaining it. I was like, I don't want. My basic thing was I didn't want a whole bunch of makeup caked up on my face, and I didn't want it to look like that. But I wanted to have a nice, clean look. I didn't want the makeup to look packed on my face. So she was like, okay. I didn't know they asked you all these questions. I was not prepared for this. As many videos as I watched on YouTube, it did not prepare me. Like, I don't know. Lord, thank God I never picked out my own makeup foundations, because Lord knows I thought you just had to match to the skin tone. Apparently not. And she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a foundation. So she applied the foundation on my face. This is the foundation that she gave me. This was $32. This is MAC Studio Scope 15 foundation. This is NW20. Now, it was okay. When I first seen it, I really didn't look too much into it. Like, I was just like, okay, that's fine. But the mirrors were like, some mirrors show all your blemishes. Lord. I felt like I had a bag under my eye. I felt like I just was like, whoa. But, I was like, oh, well, you know what? It's probably just the light in here. And I went home, and, well, I looked in a few more mirrors, and I actually liked it. And I went home, and was like, okay. So, now, she's already told me you don't have to put a lot of this on. A little bit of this crap goes a long way, which is probably why you don't have to buy that much MAC makeup. Which is probably why they can charge so much for these little bottles. I also bought Candy Yum Yum that day. Candy Yum Yum. Okay, anyways, went home, applied it probably about a week or so, and I just, like, more and more, I just stopped liking it. Now, if you guys, I know you guys probably can't tell here, but for one, you guys know I'm extra bright. I'm mixed. So I'm bright, okay? I'm bright as hell. Excuse my language. And I have like pinkish red and yellowish undertones. So you have to go with you're gonna either have to go with a pinkish undertone or yellowish undertone. Now, she went with like the pinkish reddish undertone, and I was looking at it when I went home and applied it. Mind you, I threw away the box and the receipt, so I cannot return it. I did not like it. I felt like it was making my face brighter. I'm bright as hell. I do not need to be brighter. I felt like, oh my gosh, it had this. I felt like my face was just greasy and just oily. Now, she did ask me what type of skin do I have, and I told her I have dry skin, but I mean, because I told you I didn't know. I have dry skin, but it's not like oily or anything unless I sweat or something. This has a really dewy, shiny finish. I don't like that. It makes me look like I'm sweating. I'm a big girl. I do sweat, so I don't want to sweat when I'm not sweating. Do that make sense? It probably don't. Needless to say, I wasn't satisfied, so I went back to MAC. I went to a MAC that's actually closer by me, and I went to the lady. Now, let me just say, I felt like that the first girl was rude. I felt like she didn't want to be there, and I understand, but I mean, the least you could do is just have some courtesy. And if you don't know, ask somebody else. I mean, I've met nicer Mac women in passing, okay? Like one time I went to Mac just browsing at lipsticks, wasn't really trying to buy anything. I was just browsing, and it was a Mac employee there, a thick lady, and she had on these tights, the texture tights that have all the designs in them, and my niece started rubbing on her leg on the tights. And I was like, Mama, no, you cannot do that. You can't rub on people's legs. And the lady didn't even get mad, even though this little girl was in here petting her leg. She was not upset at all. She helped me out with just going through some lipsticks, and she even put some little gloss on my niece and everything. So she was really kind, and that was just in passing. So this girl, I felt like she was rude. I went the second time. I told the new girl my problems. She gave me NW20, this dewy finish. I did not like it. She said, do you want dewy or matte? I said, I want a matte finish. I said, I don't want it to look like it's a whole bunch caked on. She said, well, what kind of coverage did you have? I said, full. She said, okay, let me explain one thing to you. She said, sweetie, you have very good skin type. She said, now, if you want a full coverage, that's fine. She said, but you do not need it. Now, first off, I'm respecting her because, for one, she's very kind, very sweet. And she's telling me, like, she's not just letting me buy something to buy it. She's telling me for my benefit what the product is and what it's going to do, how it's going to look. And she applied two different types, and I ended up going with this. This is the NW15 Studio Fix Fluid, and I love it. This is more of a yellowish undertone, and it was exactly what I wanted, and she knew that. And she was honest about how I felt. And this was only $27. So this was cheaper than this ish. So needless to say, the second girl was great. She really helped me out. She told me all the different things I needed to know. She even told me what powder I was, so when I come back to get the powder, I'll know exactly what to go to. And she did such a great job. And every day that I'm home and that I put my makeup on, I love my makeup now. It's a matte finish. It's not dewy. And she explained to me. She said, I'm going to give you a foundation that it's going to be coverage, but it's not going to be full coverage. She said, you're going to be able to build up on if that's what you want. And she was right. I don't even need to build up on it. I did not need a full coverage foundation at all because obviously didn't like it. I didn't know what it was. And I sat there and asked the girl. She was like, oh, well, it covers everything. You should have explained to me more of what it covered because I couldn't even tell. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's a foundation. It's supposed to look this way. No, it was not. Because what the second lady did was great. But anyways, so I'm an NW15. Yay. And I like MAC. I like the MAC lady I dealt with. Like, but seriously, I mean, come on now. Like, do better. I was gonna say something, but maybe she had a bad day. Okay, guys, sorry about my 10-minute Mac rant. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about my Mac experience. Hope you guys try out all these Macs and Bobbi Brown's and all these other makeup places. Let me know how you guys feel about your Mac experience. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Love ya. Bye-bye.